Joe and Jocelyn from KSG. How y'all doing? So Joe challenged you guys to go out and do something. So we are going to do our challenge for you guys. We're going to go make tea in the woods. And first, before we do that, we thought we would talk to you guys about gear. We are up where we live. It is 34 degrees. It is...
We got wet stuff falling, but it might be snow, it might be ice, it might be rain, we don't know.
We haven't decided yet. It's northern Indiana, go figure. You never know.
We are probably less than 2 miles from Lake Michigan right now, so anything can happen here.
True story. So first we thought we'd talk to you about what to wear. Now, we're sitting in our trunk of our car right now, talking to you guys, and what we have on is just basic, what do you got?
Winter jacket, just cotton duck winter jacket with a little bit of lining in it. And, what's nice about it is if it gets a spark, it might get a little burn mark on it, but it won't melt down like one of those puffy jackets.
Oh, melt down is not a good thing.
No.
And you're a duck? Do you quack?
Sometimes.
Oh, uh-oh. Be scared, he might quack. I have just a regular coat from Walmart. The big thing that I finally convinced him of is the hood. Okay? He used to not wear a hood. He got cold the other night. I took my hood off my coat and let him wear it. He now realizes how important a hood is. Just not a hat. Because a hat keeps your head warm, keeps most of the heat in, but it doesn't help your neck and the extremities. So if you pull the hood up, it keeps you warmer all the way around.
Much easier.
And we have wool mittens. They're really nice. Alright, so there's Joe. You see where we came from. We're about 3/4 of a mile from the car. And this is what we're going to be walking into. So this goes all the way from where we were standing, clear up to Lake Michigan. And along this path, we'll have a couple fun things to show you. Remember, don't be afraid when you're walking to see what's going on and maybe gather some stuff. Last week when we were up here, we were actually gathering acorns, and we're going to be making some acorn flour, okay? Not very much. We only gathered a handful because it's kind of out of season for them and they froze. But here also, I don't think these ones are it. Oops. There's some berries.
I don't think these are the rose hips. No, these are not the rose hips. These are the ones that are a look-alike.
So you really got to know your stuff as you're picking. So we're going to try to find you some rose hips too, to see if we can make some rose hip tea. But this is what we're walking into. We are going to cross over a regular road down there, as you just saw maybe a car pass, and we'll be showing you some fun stuff. So we'll be back as we continue walking. All right, so here we're coming up on some of the fun stuff that we get to do. Along this trail, we actually have been collecting rose hips to make tea when we get to the crest of the dune for the beach. So, let me show you what we got going on here. Got a little stream. I like how it's gone around the pipe it's supposed to go through. Nature does its own thing, as we well know. And this is what we got going. Nice little birdie chirping for us. So we're going to let Joe show you across the way.
And this is going to be kind of the extreme of what you're likely to see if you're using your bag to get home. So like I said, test it in the area you're going to be in, because this is literally a shortcut path between two roads for us.
Yay, bouncy beams!
That water is probably a little bit above ankle deep and just a touch cold. So if we go in there, I'll be glad for the extra socks in the back.
And this is all done with his pack on. We actually have done a shakedown hike through this and gone, oops, and he lost his water bottles. And we actually have gone through this with our full packs. So remember, if you're doing a shakedown hike, travel around home and see what you got going towards home so you know what you might have to adjust. we know that he might have to change bags a little because with any extreme jumping, anything like that, the water bottles are going to fall out and we could lose our water supply. So that's why you always do those shakedown hikes.
And that is because we actually have those cups in there.
Louder.
And that's because we actually have the cups in the bottom on these bags. They don't stay in quite as well.
All right, so my time to go across and go join him. We'll see you when I'm on the other side, because we still got some more fun stuff to show you. I decided I'm going to try this and walk a little way with you in my hand. We'll see how this works. This could work out wonderfully. This could work out terribly. We will see. Because this is a little sandy, so it's a little slippery. But I wanted to keep showing you what we got going on here. There's that side of it. And as we go along, it goes over that way. Do you think I can do this and hold a camera? Ha ha ha!
It's okay, I have spare socks. You're good.
You have spare socks? Thank you. Woo! It is a little squishy over here, so I'm going to turn you off so I can wake it the rest of the way up. Alright, so here we are on the other side of that, what would you call that? A rivulet, a gully, a stream, you know.
Collapsed section of trail. How about that?
Collapsed section of trail. There we go. That little section. And here we are on the flip side. We got this little marsh, which is lovely. In the spring, we've had all kinds of birds in here.
Deer.
Deer. Oh yeah, we've caught some deer in here.
Coming right down the trail at the dog.
Yep. Luckily the dog didn't chase him that time. She did chase the other deer and the wild turkey we found back in the, we think, what is the old campground that we're going to show you after a little bit. But this is why we go and do. You never know what you're going to get, what you're going to see. So you always need to be prepared. And when you be prepared, you need to learn your gear. Learn what fits you. Learn what you like. Because all kinds of people can tell you anything they want to. But we are going to tell you, for our perspective, what we use, why we use it, how we use it, and how it works. That's why we are KSG. Well, knowledge, skills, and gear. So remember, if you're liking this video, if you're liking what you're seeing, what we're doing, give us a thumbs up or subscribe. We're going to stop here and pick it up when we go and get into the forbidden campground. Or forgotten, not forbidden, it's forgotten. Whoops.
It sounds.
All right, so that is where we came from. Back there is the road we just crossed and the nice swampy area. This way reminds me of the poem by Robert Frost. Which way do we go? It makes a difference in what you see and what you learn. This way, if you go that way, that is for the forgotten campground. We might go there today yet, we're not sure yet. But we wanted to meet our challenge still, so we're gonna go this way. This way leads to the beach and the summit of the dunes, where we're gonna make some tea for you, like Joe put out the challenge for you guys. We gotta make sure we meet that challenge, because if we want you to do it, we gotta do it. All right? So, we're gonna hike up here. It does start off a little gravelly because it used to be a road, and then it leads off, and we'll show you the summit and Lake Michigan in a little bit.
Okay, so this is the most common kind of rose hib in the area. As you can see, you can definitely see the thorns of the rose bush there. And if you look at the rose hibs, these are very small, but you can see that kind of almost stick at the end of it. That's where the rose petals actually had come out on the wild roses, and they're a 5-petaled wild rose. But this is what it actually looks like, and if you look around here, there's tons of other berries that look similar, but not quite the same. So you always want to make sure you're 100% right when you ID something before you eat it wild.
So for example, these are more orange in color, you'll see they have a little, they look like they came out of a little shell or a little casing.
They have the lines on them that look like they're segmented or something.
But if you look, mixed in with that, right there is a set of regular rose hips. So we have some of those. We're gonna make some tea. But let's look what we've come across here. There is the dune. And I'm actually gonna walk you up with me. How's that sound?
See that the wind's picking up on us a little bit here as we get closer. Because right on the other side of that dune is Lake Michigan.
Here, again, is really, if you're going out hiking, good place to do a shakedown. We got some elevation, we got some sand.
You're testing more than just your backpack and what you're carrying. You're also testing yourself and things like your shoes. It really does start to matter.
And here we come up on the lake. Oh look!
Well, there's some of that wildlife.
I'm not sure if that's a conure or a young eagle.
I'm not sure either.
If anyone knows, let us know. I don't know if you can see it from the video, but way in the distance over there, that's Chicago. It's a little fuzzy today. Back that way, it's one of the local lighthouses.
Despite how rugged that trail looked, we're literally only a couple miles outside of town.